Hello and welcome to another Genshin Impact video here on White Whale Gaming. Today we are going to be finishing the first act of the new Golden Apple Archipelago vacation for Genshin Impact version 2.8. I have already, as I will show now, gone around off camera, and all I have done is unlocked all Wave Rider waypoints and teleport waypoints. And it is nice to see that Alice has spent some time fixing up the place and adding in more waypoints. The 4 that were in last year's Golden Apple Archipelago was not nearly enough. Now, we could just teleport right over to where Kazuha is wanting to meet us, as I have unlocked the waypoint right near it, but that's no fun. This is the Golden Apple Archipelago, and as such, we are going to be sailing our boat. However, we are not going to be walking to where our boat is currently. Sorry, Klee, you're adorable, but I don't want to try and talk over you. We are going to go to the Wave Rider waypoint right over here by the camp. This teleport waypoint unlocks automatically when you reach the Golden Apple Archipelago for the 2.8 event, but this Wave Rider waypoint must still be unlocked manually. We are going to summon our boat and get sailing. And on the way over, I am going to let you enjoy the absolutely amazing sailing music. It's starting, and it is amazing. Don't mind the quick picture taking there. This area is just too breathtaking to look at to avoid taking a few pictures. I took about a dozen more while I was just riding around on my boat earlier, unlocking all these waypoints for us. And the music changed. We're here, but I'm just gonna sit here a little while longer so we can take in a bit more of this music. Man, Yu Cheng Pen does not miss, or Yu Peng Chen I think it is. I have one of the Genshin songs saved in my Spotify, so I can always check later to see exactly, but the composer Hoyoverse works with for this music does not miss. And that's good for now. Disembarking our boat. Ooh, Sea Ganoderma. I've had Kazuha since his release in version 1.6. And I made sure to farm during the duration of the 1.6 Golden Apple Archipelago all the Sea Ganodermas and all the Magu Kenki marionette cores, as the Magu Kenki debuted slightly before the release of Inazuma as a world boss in the first Golden Apple Archipelago. As such, I have never fought the Magu Kenki in Inazuma, as I am yet to raise Sayu, and have only needed to harvest Sea Ganoderma in Inazuma for Yaimiko. Let's take in one last sight of the night sky here in the archipelago, with this strange particle effect in the air, which is probably there for the whole mystical nature of this official-centered event this year. And let's see.
Hey, what's that huge weird thing over there?
Well, it has the emblem of the Fatui on it, Paimon, so what do you think?
It appears to be some sort of machine. And an army cap with traces of hydro next to it. It seems that we are not the first to set foot on this island. Also, there are footprints here. Fresh ones. Likely no more than a few days old.
Really? Paimon didn't notice them at all.
Traveler, Paimon, stay alert.
Why? Did you see something?
Someone was here, and they're still nearby. Judging from the scent, they're visitors here like us.
There's other people here? Oh, Paimon's scared now. Come on, we need to track him down. You said the cap had traces of hydro on it? Then let's follow the traces of elemental energy.
Alright, good old elemental sight. It's been a hot minute since the game's had us use that. And I'm just going to say right now, it is awesome to have unopened, locked chests in the background of these cutscenes. It's been so long since I've seen a locked chest in this game. We'll yoink a mint because we're right here, and why not? Follow the blue lines. Yoink. Blue line's still going this way.
We're close. Watch out.
La la la.
There he is.
It's the Fatui!
And what do we do when we see Fatui, everyone? I'll tell you what we do. Beat them up without reason!
One with nature.
Why are there Fatui on this island? Isn't there a single place in this world without mint, sweet flowers, and Fatui?
They get everywhere. Like weeds.
Interesting observation.
Cappy Cap's gone. Where's Cappy Cap?
Are you looking for something?
A cap? I can't lose it. I don't know anything. Give me back Cappy Cap.
Is this the cap you're looking for?
My brother's Cappy Cap. Give me.
This guy is not the sharpest sword in the sheath.
Don't bully me or I'll punch you in the... Ah! Monster! Monster!
Stop right there! What are you doing here?
Another Fatui! We can ask you the same question! What are you doing here?
Protect Cappy Cap or brother will get mad at me.
Forget the Cap. It's your brother we're looking for.
What happened to him?
Nothing. He has a fever. He's just a little delirious, that's all. I don't have to tell you anything. Go bother someone else.
This island belongs to our friend. You better watch what you say, mister.
What? I thought this island was uninhabited. That's why we came here to... Never mind.
What's that machine for?
Fine. I'll tell you, but then you need to leave me alone. It's a new kind of energy generator that I invented. We were simply looking for a deserted island to test it out on. There. Satisfied?
Like we told you, this island is ours. The duck may swim on the lake, but my daddy owns the lake. Do not impede our vacationing.
Yeah, and if you don't do as you're told, we'll take his cat.
Low blow, Paimon.
Please don't.
Hey, stop crying. All right, I promise we'll stay within this area. Okay?
By the way, why is there smoke coming out of your machine?
Because the cursed thing is broken. As much as I hate to say it, our tests did not go to plan. We were getting ready to leave anyway.
Oh, well, just see yourselves out whenever you're ready. Bye.
Come on, let's go.
Oh, okay.
Paimon can't believe we have to deal with the Fatui during our vacation.
Why would the Fatui appear in such an isolated corner of the world? Whatever their reasons, it's likely more complicated than we might think. Even though we're on vacation, we should stay vigilant.
I agree.
Also, in the interests of keeping the ladies in good spirits, I have a suggestion. Let's keep this between us for now. Let them enjoy their vacation, while the Traveler and I deal with any potential threats. What do you think?
Makes sense. I'm in.
You're so considerate, Kazuha.
Paimon, you flatter me. I simply don't think it's worth ruining anyone's vacation over a trivial matter like this. The scenery is beautiful. I hope all of us can enjoy ourselves here.
I think I have a sneaking suspicion where that Fatui crybaby was from. In the recent teaser trailer Hoyoverse put out called A Winter Night's Lazzo, we were introduced to all 9 remaining Fatui Harbingers, including everybody's favorite Fatui mommy, Arlecchino, aka the Knave. Arlecchino, as many people might not know, runs an orphanage that trains child soldiers for the Fatui. I'm guessing he's one of hers. As for his brother, I thought about mentioning this after we saw the cutscene with the cap. I found on a different island a named, non-aggressive Fatui hydro gunner that I discovered halfway up a cliff as I was climbing to one of the teleport waypoints that is up above sea level. So something tells me we might have a world quest from him later on in this event. I don't know if I'll film the world quests, but if I do, be sure to look out for it then. If not, I'll probably just make a little clip showing where the hydro gunner is. Oh, we ran aground. Anyone who's experienced the Wave Rider in Inazuma knows how finicky it can be when it comes to shorelines. And we reached a shallow enough part of the ocean here to run aground again. We're also going to briefly stop at this central island here on our way back to the camp, because there's something here that I do want to show off as well. We're about to run aground, so we will deploy the Kazuha wings. Land here on the island as we hear the schling that indicates some sort of oculus is nearby, but here is used to indicate the echoing conches for the Resonating Visions event. And it is marked on your map when you get close enough with a conch icon. That is not what we're here to inspect on this island, however. In the next video, I will be going over the locations of the 14 echoing conches, or in this case, imaging conch, that can be found after the first act of the story arc. I am merely here to point out the first Fatui camp that I noticed here in the Golden Apple Archipelago, meaning that Mr. Looks Like I Run a Bank more than go around blowing waves of hydro or cryo at unsuspecting travelers, was completely lying about being contained to this island, as we clearly see an abandoned Fatui camp right in the middle of what in last year's Golden Apple Archipelago was a nicely paved battle arena similar to what's seen underneath the hypostasis bosses that was set up for the Magu Kenki fight. Now, rather than backtracking to our Wave Rider and continuing to go around the island, we will simply make our way to this new Wave Rider waypoint and summon our boat to us. This is probably going to be a shorter episode than the last one. The last one went a little long because I didn't anticipate how much dialogue there would be between talking to Catherine at the Adventurers Guild in Mondstadt and actually unlocking the Golden Apple Archipelago. As such, that one ended up being closer to the 1 hour mark, whereas this recording will likely be half an hour, if not shorter, or it could be longer because I once again underestimate how much dialogue there is left in this first opening part of the Golden Apple Archipelago storyline. Ugh. That is a not an easy word, everybody. I can sympathize with Klee not being able to pronounce it right at first at the start of last year's summer event, which was absolutely adorable. I do not have footage of it. My recording setup is relatively new, but I highly recommend looking up other YouTube content creators' videos documenting that event, as it is absolutely precious. Anything with Klee is the best, as Klee would say. And it makes me even more disappointed that it seems like rather than rerunning previous events, MiHoYo or HoYoverse is more keen on making new events set in the same locations, like the 2.4 Lantern Rite versus the 1.3 Lantern Rite, or the 2.3 Return to Dragonspine versus the 1.2 Original Dragonspine. But at last, we are back at the camp. See, Ganoderma. And let's see what everyone has to say.
Time to go.
We're back! Just in time. So, Traveler, Paimon, who do you think the real swimming champion is? Me or Fischl?
Fischl, you don't swim a day in your life, Mona. You just glide across the surface of the water.
Utter my supreme name and see how Lady Archimagistus the Presumptuous is reduced to bitter tears.
I'll go with whoever Paimon says is the winner. Not really, but I just don't want to pick sides.
Oh, no you don't. Don't put this on Paimon.
Oh, wise Paimon. Surely you can discern who the true winner is.
Lady Paimon, the time to show your loyalty is nigh.
Wait. Shouldn't Paimon get some food in her first? Poor thing looks starving after such a long trek out.
Oh, thank you, Xinyan.
Yes, we did walk quite a long way.
Right? While you were off doing your own things, I caught us some seafood and picked us a few fruits. They taste real good barbecued.
You mean grilled, Xinyan? Barbecue is a completely different style of cooking.
Now that you mention it, I'm getting a little peckish myself. I, too.
Well, there's plenty to go around, so dig in. I can't say I've got the culinary skills of my chef friend, but I promise you'll at least eat your fill.
Time to eat.
Inviting Lady Xinyan here was an astute decision indeed.
Paimon's done talking. You guys carry on if you want to go hungry.
I love that barbecue smell. This tastes amazing.
That's grilled food, Mona. Barbecue is way better.
Impressive.
Since Xinyan made dinner for us, allow me to take charge of breakfast tomorrow.
Great. Looking forward to it already.
Paimon, too. Oh, Traveler, you forgot about something. Let's talk over there.
Okay, Paimon, whatever you say. As you can tell, I come from a part of the United States where we do not take kindly to people who call grilling a barbecue. So, learn your terminology, Xinyan.
That whole thing with the Fatui is bothering you too, right? Well, remember the bomb thing that Venti gave us? We can contact him using that. Wait, no, not a bomb. Venti said it's called a Dodo communication device. Yeah, let's ask Venti if he knows anything. He always seems clued in on everything, so if there's any intel floating around, he'll definitely know about it.
A Paimon, shouldn't it be a Dodo communication device?
Hey, miss me already?
Hi, Venti. It's me.
I know that. You're the only person who can contact me on this thing.
How come you're sneezing?
I'm at the cat's tail. So many cats. They gave me some allergy medicine, but it's not working. Okay, go on then. What are you calling about?
Paimon, tell him.
Could you be any lazier?
Yes, I could.
Alright, well, Venti, there's some strange things going on this island. We ran into the Fatui.
The Fatui. Yeah, they're everywhere, aren't they? The Cryo Archon's minions are a capable crew. I'd be more surprised if they hadn't shown up yet.
But they're ruining our vacation.
Exactly.
Really? But, you sound fine. They can't have caused you too much trouble, surely. Or, if they did, I'm sure you have everything under control by now.
Yeah, but something just doesn't feel right. That's why we came to you. Don't you have any information for us?
I haven't heard anything new about the Fatui. But don't worry. I may be a lowly tone-deaf bard, but you may contact me whenever you need me. I mean, I can't promise I'll be of much help, but at least you'll have someone to talk to, right? Sometimes just talking things through is enough to calm a worried mind.
Ugh, honestly.
Adventuring is what you do best. It's only natural to encounter a few surprises when you head somewhere new, but just remember, not all unexpected encounters are dangerous. The same wind graces the seaside as that which wafts over pastures green. Whenever you see clouds, it was the wind that carried them there. Don't worry, my friends. The wind will always be with you.
All right.
Okay then. I have to go now. My performance in the cat's tail is starting any second.
Okay, bye. So, he means we don't need to worry too much about the Fatui, right?
I thought as much.
Well, if that's what the tone-deaf bard says, then fingers crossed we'll have a peaceful and relaxing vacation where nothing weird happens at all. When you go off on a long trip with your friends, the important thing is to have fun.
And that is the end of the first act of the Golden Apple Archipelago story quest. We could wait until the next day and continue on immediately, but once I beat up these three schmucks over here, squatting on our private property, I'm gonna call the episode the year. Bye, guys. And let it be known that my first chest of the Golden Apple Archipelago for version 2.8 was captured on camera. Let's have Klee open it.
Maybe there's even more buried below.
Somehow I don't think so, Klee. These here appear to just be Easter eggs to the Golden Apple Archipelago event from last year. Those rings appeared all across the islands last year and could... Let's see if it still works like the ones from last year and equip the Wind-Blessed Harpastum. Still works like it, but there's no target to shoot it with. These would be part of puzzles where you stand on a specific spot to unlock these rings and have to throw the Harpastum through the rings in such an order that with a single throw you could reach the target from the designated starting point platform. And this here Jumpy Dumpty portrait done by Albedo, Klee's older brother and one of the Knights of Favonius. Well, adoptive older brother. Albedo was sort of adopted by Alice. Was used to trigger the Kaboom Ball combat event that the Dodo fortresses we used to fly to the island in this event were originally introduced for. And with that, I would like to thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to leave a like and consider subbing to the channel. As usual, comments are welcome down in the comment section.
Klee was a brave girl today.
I know you're a brave girl, Klee, but I'm doing my outro. And as usual, thank you for watching. I have been Whale. Until next time.